Good morning, guys. Welcome to another episode of Crazy D's Equipment. This morning we're on our way to Burns, Kansas to another farm auction to pick up some equipment on this dreary, wet morning to restock the lot. Let's see how the day goes. So, mental note, very important thing to remember when you're on your way to a farm sale. Double check the auction bill that you know the directions and where that bleep you're going. A little bit lost right now, and the help back here is not much help. So let's see if we can figure this out and find where we need to be. Got it figured out, on the road again. Thank God for smartphones and Google Maps. But here we go, just gotta go back 1 mile. All right, guys, we made it. We are here. So now we'll walk the auction, figure out exactly the condition of all the equipment stuff. We're here kind of particularly looking for some grain drills and balers and bins and stuff like that, feed bins and stuff like that for the lot. So let's see how the day goes and see if we actually get anything. Maybe we'll get some deals. Maybe we won't. You know, just how a farm sale goes. So, come on, gentlemen, let's go. There's our number for the day. So there's a few pieces of equipment that I found that I think will work for the lot. A couple round balers, there's a couple discs, there's a folding one-way that's kind of interesting, some grain wagons, and a few other bits and pieces that we're going to try for today. There's some really neat antiques up there on the tables, so I'm going to head that way here shortly and see if I can't get some art for the office. But I got faith that this is going to be a good day, guys. The crowd's kind of small, the weather's really not the best, and hopefully that plays in our favor. So let's head up to the yard and see how the actual auction's going.
There we go, some more books. Some calendars and prints and all. And there we go, 2.5. This the belt horse book, right? Yeah, sure. And 2.5. And 2.5 here, $1 bill. And $1. Did you get $1 where? Did you get $1 here? $1. How did you get that $1 and that $1 bill?
You're working. I can wait.
To number 2.
We've got international.
Hey, there's some neat advertising there for Grimwood and Son.
Neat advertising.
And there we go.
Getting it all.
Graves jugs too. Everything we got. 2.5 and 2.5. And now 5, 7.50 and a half. How gonna get that 10, 10? How gonna get that 10, that 10, 10, 12, 50 and 15 for here. But 17.50 and $20. How gonna get that 20? $20, that 20. How gonna get that 20? Where? One insert $20.
So the auctioneer today was Griffin Realty and Auction Service, and they're one of the best in Central Kansas. They're actually one of my favorites. If you guys got land or personal property or real estate to sell, these are the guys that you want to call out. They bring the money, they do a really good job, their auctions are very, very well set up, and I always enjoy a Griffin auction. There's a lot of auctioneers out there that are par or really slow, and they get through the items and they get the stuff done, so I highly recommend them. So if you ever need to call in an auctioneer in Central Kansas, I recommend them. They definitely have Crazy D's stamp of approval. So we didn't really come to this auction with the thought of buying tractors for the lot, and it took all the willpower I had not to buy the rear entry 930 there. The old truck sold really well, and the Minneapolis U here with the loader, I had the thought about buying it and using it to load us out and then putting it on the lot to sell it, but apparently somebody else had the same idea because I didn't even get close to touching it. The 930 here, it only brought 2,300, but LP tractors just don't sell well. No one is set up for LP fuel anymore. Liquid propane is just too difficult to handle. Same with this 830, it only brought 1,300. It was a real straight, real nice tractor besides a little piece missing out of the hood. Somebody he put in there for getting to the power steering pump. The 4010 John Deere, very nice, very straight tractor. Again, only brought 3,200. Just LP tractors just don't sell well, and that's one reason why I wasn't interested in them for the lot. So at this point, we were just kind of hanging out and waiting for us to get to the rest of the sale.
I was soaked to the knees. I'm like, oh, why did I not do this?
It's just
You're a dork.
small back there.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I like to get my stuff out as quick as I can and get it cleaned up and on the lot as fast as I can, but it may be...
Yeah, I don't know how long they said you guys we even have.
Well, this is the junker's 3 weeks, and I'm thinking it may be 6 weeks before we can even get in this place with a good piece of machinery. I mean, I know he has that thing over there, but I don't know if I can get my guys over here.
Yeah, well, I don't even know how long that's here for.
It's here today and possibly tomorrow afternoon if you talk to the son. But any time after that, he's like, no.
10, 12, 59, 15, 15, 17, 59, $20. How you gonna get that 20? That 22, 59, 5, 25, put ya. And 5, 7, half and now $30 word, 34 here, but I'm at 30 choice. How you gonna get that 30 word? Sold at 27.50, number 40. 47. 47, how many would you like?
This one here. This one.
Sold at $30, number 107, number 107. And here we go on the old chisel there, isn't it? And there we go. And here we go, hook it 25 on it, and $30 wire, but I'm at 34, how are you gonna get that $30 wire, but I'm at 30, not 30 wire, and $30 bid, 30 wire.
So the sun finally came out and the clouds broke and things started to dry out, and they finally moved on to the rows and rows of equipment that we had to work through the day. It was time to get to work and get some equipment bought for the lot.
$30 bid now, 130 wire. Sold it 130. 120 to number 138. Number 138. And there we go. Hey, look at the good old cross. I think it is a cross disc right there. And there we go. 100. And now 125. 125 where? 125. 110, would ya? 110, not 20. 120 where? 120, not 30. $130 bid. 130 on the disc. Here, gonna get now 130, not 40. 140 now. 54. 150 now. 50 now. $60 bid. 60 now. 71. 70. Here, gonna get now 170. $170 bid here. $170 bid now. 170 where? 170 where? Sold $160 number 107. 107. And there we go. The old Glencoe on the cultivator. They all went with it. Yes, they did. On the old Glencoe right there.
So I got something I want you guys to think about the next time you're at a farm sale. That yes, it's a good time. Yes, it's a great point of being able to hang out with guys and talk to your neighbors and a good social event. But also at the same point, it's usually the end of some family's agricultural story. That, for an example, this place here was a 3-generation farm. The gentleman having the auction was 80 plus years old. He spent his entire life on this piece of property, and now the auction is taking place. These pieces of equipment, which each has a story to the family, is now being spread out through the county, the country, the state, and the older pieces of machinery that was his father's and his grandfather's is now being hauled off by the junkers to be recycled and gone to us for good. This is just more of an example how the decline of the rural community in America, how it's taking more and more place, and how farms are getting bigger and bigger, and that the small American family farm is becoming the way of the dinosaur. And just stop for a moment and think about that while you're at a sale, that it's kind of a sad event as much as it is a social event, that some family story is coming to an end in the agricultural business. Just think about that for a minute while you're at the auction.
Well, guys, we're done, headed home. It was a sloppy, muddy mess there, but overall the weather cleared up for us. It was a pretty good day. We got to meet some new people, and we've seen some old friends we hadn't seen in a while, and some auction buddies I haven't seen in probably a couple years, so that was really nice. We did pretty good overall today. I think we picked up roughly about 25 pieces of equipment. We spent $1,100, which isn't too bad. Some of those pieces of equipment we got a really good deal on, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what we got there. There's a couple pieces that I'm a little bit hesitant at. I think I might have got a little too close to full retail on them, but we'll get a hold of the boys and get them over there and get it picked up, and then I'll get it to the lot, and I'll get my mechanic on the stuff that needs to be fixed and cleaned up and all that stuff, and we'll get it placed on the lot and get it listed, and we'll see what we get sold and how quick some of this sells. So, but otherwise it was a really good day, and this is probably the thing that I most enjoy about dealing in used machinery like this. Is I've been an auction junkie since I was a little kid. I enjoy this so much. I enjoy the community. I enjoy the bidding and the buying and all of the stuff that goes along with this. So, but I think that pretty much wraps it up for this Crazy D's equipment video. And thank you guys for coming in and watching the video. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't. Hit like, share, hit that little bell icon so you know the next one when the next one comes up. And I'll see you around the corner, guys.